Yo, it's Life is Dope podcast. I'm your man Graffiti.
What's good, y'all? It's Davey.
Hey, Dave.
What's up?
This shit is crazy right here.
It's lit.
Nigga, it's the 50th episode.
See what?
50th episode.
50.
50. No.
Hey, clap it up one time.
Let's clap it up. That crept up pretty quick.
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun, my friend.
That's what I'm saying, man. 50 deep. So, what we gonna do for y'all this time? You know, we usually have some dope guests come through. And I guess per se,
damn.
I guess these niggas is cool.
Usually.
I guess these niggas is cool.
This what a disclaimer is.
Right.
Usually we have more
Right. We just gonna give
prestige.
y'all. No. But
Yes.
these is the crew right here, man. This is Life is Dope Squad. They've been fucking with us since before this even started.
Hey.
These are our guys right here. We got DJ 5280.
Hey.
We got Kenji. We got my man Jazz. Y'all clap it up for them real quick.
Hey.
Yep.
We got our producer Julius behind the
Julius
boards.
behind the boards. You on camera this time, bro? He always be
Yep,
on camera.
I'm on camera. Yep.
He's like, I'm on camera today. Yeah, man.
And I got a microphone, niggas. Watch out.
We just got the squad in here for today, man. 50th episode. That's pretty big. We appreciate y'all for
Congrats,
tuning in,
fellas.
fucking with
Congrats,
us,
fellas.
helping us make it to this.
Already. Y'all did a whole lot.
So it's the 50th episode. Let's talk about some of the previous
What's
episodes.
been your favorite episode so far?
All right, man. So I think I'm gonna have to say my favorite episode so far would be Cassidy Banks,
Yo.
the porn star.
That
Cassidy
shit was
Banks.
crazy.
Porn star.
This is the part where we
Y'all
put a
got a porn
little
star
clip.
up in
Man, the porn star. Go ahead, pull your phone out.
Google
And then clear your history after. But Cassidy Banks,
Watch your
man.
hands.
I ain't even gonna lie. I did
Slide
go
up
research the chick after the
They
show.
said research.
I did because I went to you. I'm like, I never seen chick.
Man.
So did she not fuck with niggas?
I don't know, bro. I think I don't know. We have to listeners go back and
It just
listen to
looked
that
like a whole-
episode.
It just looked like a whole lot of pink on pink to me.
Hey,
Yo.
one of the most classic moments of that episode actually did come from DJ 5280. This nigga walked in.
Pulled up on the pussy.
He
Pulled
said,
up
I just-
on the pussy.
I just pulled up on the pussy. I didn't know what was going on in here.
But wait, but that wasn't even toward her though, because I walked in and
top
there was
five.
a stack of Playboys on the table, and I looked at them and I grabbed one, and I'm like, what the hell y'all got going on?
Y'all had her up in the
So when I said that, it was in reference to the magazines, not her. So
Alright.
Cassidy, if you listening, I'm sorry.
Right.
I don't want you. I don't really care though, but I'm
Hey,
sorry.
boy.
It wasn't towards you.
That's my favorite episode. I have to say, and not just because of who she is. I think that episode just flowed well. The conversation, the questions, the
Yeah,
energy,
we was drinking.
the
What
vibe.
was you drinking? Hennessy.
We
It was
gonna hit
episode 30.
Jazz got her
Episode
phone
30.
right now. Episode 30, yeah. So,
Mattress
Cassidy Banks.
actress.
Mattress actress. Listen to that if y'all haven't yet. I think that's my favorite. What was yours, bro?
No, that was my favorite.
Yours?
Yeah.
Julie, what was
Man.
your favorite?
I'm gonna go with something more civil. I don't even know though. Damn, there's a lot of good episodes, bro.
Yeah.
Swish International, I think, was real big.
Shout out to
man.
Adrian Swish. That was
'Cause, you know,
Swish,
yeah, man. A lot of people like music executives, but that was the first time you really got to like talk about the behind the scenes
Yeah.
of the shit that really be going down, and kind of gave y'all a window into that. So I think that was a really monumental one. Is that the right word?
Monumental.
Monumental.
You there? You there?
Shout out Barrels.
We got you.
I don't know. I think my runner-up for best, I personally like the lady's speech episode.
That's. I think that's
Dang,
my
I was
favorite
gonna
one.
say that one too.
That said it
She was
all.
talking about some shit I ain't never heard in my life.
She was talking about
And I was
spirituality
mind
and
blown.
just witchcraft and all that, and religion and sex and burlesqueness and
I
all
think
that.
that might have been my favorite one.
And she just got good vibes in general.
Yeah,
Like,
that one
It
was
was a
dope.
dope show.
That one was dope.
Yeah.
Shit.
Was there any episode that kind of changed your opinions about the guest after learning about them?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm gonna save that one though. But one of them would. Let's go back to Cassidy Banks. I think having a porn star on the show kind of humanized the porn stars a little bit.
It did.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because it's not just some coochie.
And they vaginas are cleaner than
Yeah.
the vaginas you're gonna see at the club.
That is true.
Because you kind of you don't think about the fact that these chicks that you beaten to is actual people.
They-
you know
they
what I
get
mean? They're actual people.
She said that she gets tested every 10 days. When's the last time? Never mind.
Nah, she clean.
Well, shit, man.
So porn stars are really clean. Let me think on that. Change my perspective. Oh man.
I think Top Flight.
Top Flight.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Top
I
Flight.
didn't really know their backstory.
Yeah,
like that.
I think people paint them as like, because they kind of just do their own thing. They've been in their own lane. They kind of paint them. I don't know how to even word it. Like people, I don't want to say don't fuck with them, but they think they're unapproachable. But after we had them up here, that was real cool.
Yeah.
That was real cool.
And they definitely
They turned me down for the session though. Hey, Top Flight.
Yeah, man. King
on,
Tef,
man.
nigga. You see me in the DM, nigga. I'm living up on the microphone, nigga. See me in the DM, nigga. Talking about, hit up my manager. Hit up my manager.
Yeah, that's
Fuck with Top
jazz.
Flight.
It's your favor, man.
Yeah, I fuck with Top Flight.
No, they're good people.
Word.
But still.
We definitely. But listen, if y'all would have ever told me that Top Flight would have been the most popping rappers out of the city, I would not have believed y'all.
Yeah, same here. Same here.
Like Tef was wearing suits everywhere.
Tef suit. Hashtag Tef suit.
Twitter classic.
I low key started that, but I didn't want to say that when they was here. I started that hashtag Tef suit. Yeah, man. Speaking of popping rappers in the city, we had Priest was episode 2.
Oh yeah,
That was a classic episode. Everybody was asking me, was Priest drunk after they heard that? He wasn't.
Probably.
We got here at the same time. Believe it or not, Priest was not drunk. He was really speaking how Priest speaks.
He really wanted to get something off his chest.
Yeah,
huh?
so he started a little controversy. That was our first controversial episode.
Oh yeah,
It
'cause
was too.
Yeah, 'cause he
That's-
was talking about how many members is in Squizzy
Yeah,
Gang and left off all the niggas.
Everybody started counting.
do we still know?
We still don't know that.
No, I think Trev came
That
through
was
and
the
cleared
first
it up.
inside joke.
Did Trev clear it up when he came through?
Yeah,
I think so. Shout out to Trev. That was a good episode.
What did he say? I ain't see that.
I mean, I don't remember, but I just know he cleared it up.
Yeah, that's why we
I'm
recapped
gonna
it.
go
So
back
we
and
can go
watch
back
it.
and listen.
All right,
Go back
But
and
Trev came through and cleared it up because he said something about how there's the actual rappers, and then like the
Training
Squizzy,
camp.
like it's pretty much like a squad of
Like a
different
developmental
types.
league.
Yeah. So when Priest was saying there's only 3 niggas that's popping, he meant that, I guess, but he said it wrong. I don't know. No, that nigga just fucked up when he said that.
That's funny.
Speaking of controversial episodes, one of the episodes that we still keep getting comments on YouTube every
Talk
fucking
about
day about.
Terry.
Let's just go straight to it. Terry Legato.
Oh my gosh,
All right, so we had Miss Terry Legato.
we got so much flack for that episode.
Man,
Just new to the show.
yeah. If you're new to the show, please go listen because that was literally our first like. All right,
Y'all's helmet so hard.
this is the viral episode. Man, that episode had us questioning what we was doing. Like, damn, what the fuck are we really doing? So Terry's a former prostitute turned rapper.
Episode 8.
Episode 8, American Renegade. Listen to that. So she's a former prostitute turned rapper.
Wow.
And so she tells her story through her music. The whole American Renegade thing is just a story of being a prostitute and pimps and all that. But she was talking about how she has like this obsession with black men and like how black man is king and just her love for the black man pretty much. So all right, y'all hear what Jazz? Y'all hear what Jazz just said, right? Be careful, so bro. Jazz heard that said true. Be careful,
I'm just saying, nigga, I'm a king, nigga. Hold on, man. I'm just
He started back up, man. Come on.
In a nutshell, that's what got all the controversy popping. So, and like in all honesty, it was a good interview.
Listen, Life is Dope loves black women. I don't know why y'all think graffiti don't. But
Man, so check it out. I gotta give y'all the backstory though.
yeah, please, because I'm trying to figure
So
this
it
out.
was low key a good episode. Like she was telling us her story. Like
a good story.
we can't knock somebody for telling us their story. If that's your truth, that's your life.
Their life is dope.
So there was a million parts of that episode that I could have clipped, but strategically I clipped one specific part and I put it on Facebook.
All right.
And it was her talking about, her love for the black man and how she wanted to be a nun or some shit, but she fell in love with a black man and got turned out.
Well, we'll do that to you.
That's what. This is Jazz. Jazz said that.
the
not
thoughts
me.
and opinions of
sorry.
Jazz.
I'm just
Jazz,
being
not effects.
real.
That was
Damn.
Jazz.
So that took a turn because of that. So somebody heard us say in the back of the clip, we was like, talk to him. It was either me or Davey.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna say it was Davey.
It's probably me.
Probably was.
Said talk to him, and so that one specific part sparked the uproar in the damn black community of black women. They were like, "Oh, y'all didn't check her. Y'all had her on there talking all this and that. She's mocking y'all right in front of y'all face, and y'all don't
Nigga, she
understand."
just said we king.
My nigga, that clip got like motherfucking, like right now it's probably like at like 10,000 views. That clip alone And then the episode is still like every day I look at my YouTube comments and somebody says some shit on that. And they really just going in like we just let her come on the show and disrespect us. And I was trying to clear it up, which I shouldn't have did. I should just let it ride and not comment.
That was the first mistake.
That was the first mistake. I hopped in every argument and I should have just let it ride. But I was trying to say that I can't tell somebody they're wrong for telling their opinion. If that's how she feels, that's how she feels. Now, okay, this I didn't know. And I'll say this for the record. Once we booked her on the show, I knew she was a controversial figure, but I didn't know why. Which is why I booked her on the show, because I wanted to find out why. Like, my whole thing is we rather talk to you than talk about you.
Facts.
So I talked to her. We got the cool little story out of her, but it was people saying that, you know, like she be outside of the club calling niggas niggas. That's what's wrong with America right there. Just calling niggas. So she uses the N-word, and I guess she did some disrespectful stuff. She spit in somebody's face. A whole bunch of wild shit. Like, I had no idea about it.
Yeah, we didn't know.
Had I known that prior, I'd have been like, all right, I don't know. But I knew this after the fact. But people assume that I just knew that already.
You still get brought around.
So it got wild, man. They was going in on us. Like,
For the record,
other podcasts was doing
for the
shows about
record,
that shit.
5280 was not at that episode.
He was there too.
He was definitely there.
But nah, man, like there was like 3 other podcasts that spent like 30 minutes talking about that episode. So
Shout out to them.
low key, shout out to Terry for helping us make this motherfucker go viral, because that's when we really got a crowd behind us, whether y'all was hating or not.
Right.
Them numbers went up,
That's
man.
what, yeah.
Them numbers went up. So that was a classic one. If you ain't seen it, I don't even want to go say watch it, because now y'all gonna be back on that bullshit.
I can't believe he said that.
Yeah, he did say that shit, huh?
Now, when we interviewed Sadie's, I thought that was a good one.
Yeah, your girl Sadie's from on something.
I missed the Sadie's.
Shouts to Sadie. She's a
I
morning
like
show
Sadie's.
host
I
now.
missed the Sadie's one though.
Yeah, go check that out. Your girl Sadie's. Which episode was that?
I didn't even know she cussed a lot.
She cuss a lot.
Radio
She cuss more
DNA
than us.
episode 22.
Episode 22. Your girl Sadie's radio.
She swears like a gosh darn sailor, I tell you what.
Yeah, she was on here going in, but we got a lot of good insight from her. We got our man Jazz in the building. He works in FM radio, so she talks a lot about the behind the scenes of FM radio and all that. Shit, since we got you here, bro, let's talk about that a little bit. Just the FM radio industry and just what that's
Man,
like.
it's like, to me, to be honest with you, man, it's some good and some bad with it, like any other job. You know what I mean?
I just like to stay high.
I mean, yeah, there's parts to it, man, but no, for real. Y'all niggas got me on here. Life is so dope. Just know that life is dope. Shouts out Sadie's. Nah, man, I've enjoyed my experience, man. I've been doing it for about 5 years now. KS is lovely. Probably saying the same thing Sadie's done said, man. You know, on the political side of it, you just trying to get your name to be as hot as the next person, to be honest with you. You want to see the next person succeed, but you trying to get their spot, to be honest with you. I mean, nigga, there's no other way to play around that shit. You know what I mean? You want to see niggas succeeding, but you're trying to get yours as well. But with my experience, I ain't really dealt with no bullshit. Just a lot of love, and you know, KS has been peace. Radio.
Shout out KS.
Yeah, what time do people tune in to you, matter of fact?
Man, most of the weekends, lately Sundays, I've been smashing 7 to midnight, which has been dope. The weekends, though, usually I'm on that midnight to 2, taking niggas to the club. You know what I mean?
I tuned in the other night. It was you and Squizzy.
Squizzy, yo.
And I was like,
Squizzy.
damn, is this 107.5?
Yeah,
Like,
thank you.
That shit was hard.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
man,
Like,
that feels good to hear, bro, for real. Because again, no disrespect to my employer, but sometimes, yeah, nigga, you be like, let's do some different things musically. You know what I'm saying? We understand the whole local scene. We can't really fade that the way we want to. Working on that. But just as far as digging in the crates and just like getting away from the repetitiveness of it. You know what I mean? Letting Squizzy, shouts out, I know Top be on Friday nights too. Just letting some of the DJs come out and kind of do what they want to do. You know what I mean? It's good for the culture. It's good for the city. You know what I mean? So.
Word. Speaking of DJs, we had KDJ in here.
KDJ.
We had K-Tone, too.
We had K-Tone in here.
K-Tone. That nigga K-Tone is my nigga.
Yeah, shout out to
Man.
him, man.
I never, I know that K-Tone be plugged in, but man,
Dog, I'm gonna tell you straight up.
You do not know how plugged in K-Tone is to.
I'm gonna tell you the real story. The first time I met K-Tone, that's when I was back at Flow. Nigga, I met K-Tone. I was like, I might actually slap this nigga. You know what I mean? And I'm being so real. It was the first time we met. I was like, this little nigga right here is arrogant and cocky as fuck, nigga. Very sure of himself, nigga. But as you went along, you know what I'm saying? But as niggas went along, no, that dude, that's a solid dude right there. You know what I mean? Once you see how hard he go for the city, like we all do, you appreciate that even more. You know what I mean?
I think that appreciation went, because I've been rocking Tone forever
already.
But I think that appreciation hit a whole new level when we were at the awards, which we're gonna talk about too. But we were at the CABJ Awards,
Award-winning podcast.
Yeah, we are award winning. We should open with that. But
I should open with that.
yeah, the CABJ Awards, Colorado Association of Black Journalists.
Say it one more time.
Colorado Association of Black Journalists. We are award-winning podcasters, social influencers of the year. But yeah, so we were there, and they were giving away a scholarship, to a potential or a future journalist.
Yeah.
And it was the DJ K-Tone scholarship. We all looked at each other like, what the fuck?
This nigga got a scholarship.
Scholarship.
Would have never known that shit, ever. And then that just gives you a whole different perspective. Like, he ain't out here flexing that or nothing like that. And then that makes you think, like, damn, that's the stuff that really makes a difference to somebody.
Yeah.
What are you
'Cause
doing?
you can
it for?
easily just play somebody's music in the club.
Absolutely.
Have your own scholarship.
That's cold.
Major. So shout out to
Respect,
K-Tone.
respect.
Speaking of K-Tone, the David Banner episode.
Shouts to David Banner. That was big for us.
That's cold.
I'm like, man, I prepped so hard for that episode. I had like all these questions ready to go. Maybe I asked like one or two things.
Yeah, man, since we keeping it real on the 50th episode, David didn't get to say shit.
I'm like, man.
We all know David Banner, like, he got a powerful personality, and that man can talk, bro.
Totally just.
So when he got in there, he just kind of, it was the David Banner show.
Yeah, not
And
the
so,
right.
Y'all niggas sit back and learn something. Sit back when he just put it down right quick.
yeah, so we kind of just, like you said, we kind of just sat back and just soaked up game. But, like, I had to kind of just charge in a couple times, like, man, let me get this question off. And I could see, I kept looking at Davey, and he just kept forming his
double
lip.
dutching.
He's like, every time he was going to say something, David Banner would just cut him off. And we was like, damn, bro, he didn't get to say shit.
I wasn't even gonna say nothing crazy.
Yeah, man. He probably had the realest questions too, but he answered his own damn questions on that episode.
And shout out to David Banner.
Shout out to David Banner, man. Who else we had that was pretty big? We had Rotimi.
Oh yeah.
aka Dre from Power.
Fuck Dre, nigga.
That's pretty much a response to that episode too.
Nah, Rotimi cool.
Everybody forgot that Rotimi was not Dre from Power. They just thought the nigga was Dre from Power because Power was still on at the time, so it was fuck Dre. But that was a good look, man. He was real cool.
Yeah, he's definitely just as cool in person.
Yeah.
I think the only nigga at the table don't know who the nigga is because I ain't never seen Power.
Yeah.
You probably the only nigga in
In the world, nigga.
You gotta watch Power, bro.
You gotta check it out.
Then watch Power. I mean, it's off now, but you know,
Yeah, now it's time to catch up.
next
You
year.
gotta start from the jump though.
Yeah, you gotta start from
How many
episode
seasons am I
1.
behind?
I think this
3,
is
the 4,
this
3,
was the
4.
fourth.
Yeah.
That's 2 weekends. Niggas can do that in 2 weekends.
And it's not that.
You got that
Shout
mapped
out to
out.
Power, man. Shout out to the whole cast
out
over
to
there.
Power.
Shout out to, what's his name, Omari Hardwick. We're trying to get you on the show, man. Somebody will let you hear this. We know you live out here, nigga. It ain't a secret no more. We trying not to say that when Timmy was here, but now niggas know. They see you at Whole Foods all the time. Yes. Come on and do it for the culture, bro.
Relax.
Come do it for the
Secret
culture.
is out.
It's out there.
Shout
It
out
wasn't, then it is now.
Shout out to our recent guest, Stephanie Santiago.
Shout out to Stephanie
Shout
Santiago,
out to
man.
Sports.
If y'all don't know who Stephanie Santiago is, please look her up, especially on Instagram. That's Eye Candy for sure. So she's a former video vixen.
Yeah.
She was in a lot of videos, man. She's on Angela Yee's Lip Service podcast. So she's a good look.
Shout out Angela Yee. I'm having a crush on Angela
Me
Yee
too,
since
bro.
like 99.
Angela Yee, man. We're gonna
No
get you on the show,
bullshit.
too.
That's a long time.
Hell yeah.
99.
Telling you, nigga.
I didn't
That
get not
push that like button.
Nah. Faithful little crush.
I was on your MySpace page, bitch.
You remember me.
MySpace DMs.
Remember me?
All right, man. Who was some other good guests? We had a lot of rappers on the show.
Yeah. Shout out to Tripper, man. I know that episode just came out. But
Yeah, so matter of fact, let's speak on that. So
I had my popcorn on Tripper.
yeah, so leading up to Tripper Jones episode, we were set up live at Notorious Lifestyle in Aurora. Shouts to Notorious. We was doing like a little meet and greet, whatever, with Bro Timmy. So we were just grabbing people when they were walking through, and we happened to stop Andre Fabre from Late Night Crew.
listen, Andre, I didn't listen. Everybody knows it was
Clear it
Tripper,
up, bro.
Everyone knows it was Tripper. All right.
So what he's talking about is we had Andre come through, and we just, we was chopping it like we do. And so I asked about his situation at Atlantic Records because he has like an A&R type situation going on over there.
Drew, come through.
And yeah, shout out to Andrew Grant.
7 Hills.
And then he was talking about how he set some people up in situations to make a lot of money, and they fucked it up. So he ain't say no names, but my man's debut was
Like, come on, come on.
it was kind of like, if you know the story, it was kind of obvious that he was talking about Triple.
It ain't even if you know the story. Listen, if you see somebody rocking with somebody, all
And then they kind of their vibe is off all of a sudden.
and they promoting somebody and they pushing somebody, and then you don't see that anymore. It's like, oh, okay.
You can put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
Right.
So it wasn't like
Public
he
knowledge.
blasted him out. He just said the name, so to clear up the story. And so you could see it in Fabre's face. He's like, shit, I guess I gotta say it. So he's like, yeah, Tripper. And so he started talking about how Tripper Jones passed up on a $100,000 publishing deal. And he was saying that he bought the man flights to LA, and he was helping take care of him because he had no money, and just all kind of shit, just
On the side.
spilling it pretty much. And so we thought, we don't do the whole back and forth storyline type shit, but we thought it was only right that we have Tripper come tell his side. And so he gave us a completely different story. According to Facebook, these niggas is all lying. But y'all go ahead and check those out, man, and y'all give us y'all opinions.
But my thing is
There's two sides
like
to that story.
That's hilarious.
I mean, even if you still had to buy your own ticket, if someone still gave you money to, survive out there, whether it was $100 or $300 or whatever the case, like, just take that $300 and hey, just
Well, I guess
get you
So what?
get you 300 packs of noodles,
Did he say why he didn't
couch
sign
it a
the
little
deal?
bit.
yeah, he said he didn't sign the deal because he wasn't comfortable with the whole situation. He said he didn't even know these people. Like, he had just met all of them, and they was kind of just shoving everything in his face, like sign.
Right.
So he felt like they was trying to hit a lick off of him. Like, all right, we all got to get a cut off of this man signing. He said he didn't feel like, and if I'm wrong, Tripper chime in. However, you gonna do that? But he said he felt like
Call now.
right. He felt like they was just trying to make a quick buck off of him. They didn't have his best interest at heart. So he was like, whether it been $1 or 100,000, he didn't want to sacrifice himself for some bullshit. Which I understand.
I can respect that.
I can respect that.
Right.
I can respect that.
I remember listening to an interview with L.A. Reid, and L.A. Reid had made a comment, something along the lines of saying, by the time you see me, you should already know if you want to sign with me or not.
Right.
And it's kind of like, regardless of what the deal is or what it looks like, not to say take a bad deal, but it's a testament to not a lot of people get that opportunity or have the opportunity to get in front of certain A&Rs or certain executives, and like sometimes you just have to
Just bite the bullet.
sometimes you just have to bite the bullet, especially if you don't have that kind of bargaining power. If you're not an NBA young boy, if you're not a 21 Savage, if you're not Lil Uzi Vert,
Right.
someone that already has the hits behind them.
Streams, yeah.
So what was it? Was it an actual deal or just a publishing deal or distribution? What was it?
I think, to my understanding, it was publishing.
Yeah, he said it was a publishing deal.
So with publishing deals, usually don't whoever's given the contract try to get it, or what I've been told is that usually when somebody try to sign you on a publishing deal and give you a bunch of money and try to put you on it, it's something in there stating that they have either power of attorney or
Right.
they got access to all your shit.
That's
And
exactly what Tripper said. Yeah.
Yep.
That's exactly what he said. And he was like, he don't know these people to trust them with all that.
I feel you, Tripper.
And
On my mama.
I go back and
feel
forth
you.
with it because, like, of course, if you need the money, you're going to look at it a little differently.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you don't want to give up
You're giving up
everything.
way more than what you think you're giving up.
But I
bro.
think
And
once
that's-
you know you're going into it, and this might have been the thing because he is young, a new artist, and he might not have known what he was getting into. When you know you're going into certain situations, you got to know that this ain't free. You got to know that people going to want something in return. You know what I mean? Like if I'm setting you up with
Yeah, but-
$100,000,
Okay, but there's a difference between setting you up. Okay, there's a difference between
I'll find
niggas
this
saying,
for you.
"Hey, give me 10%. I like you in on a $100,000 deal. Give me
Right.
10%. We good."
Versus I'm in
Then
the
somebody, "Hey, I got a $100,000 deal for you, but you got to give me the rights to all your shit."
Right. And see, that's where the stories conflict because Andre said he just wanted his little cut, which was like $5K.
If that's all that was on
But-
Andre's part, that's cool.
But Tripper was like,
feel
nah,
it.
y'all wanted to get in my pockets through the whole ride.
Yeah, see, I don't know the contract, but if that shit was in there stating that them niggas would have had power of attorney over his shit, I'll feel Tripper. Fuck
Call
that.
in now and give us no.
Hell nah.
Yeah, I don't know. So,
But I also feel Andre for being like, "Hey nigga, let me get a cut for getting you this deal." That's what he's supposed to do, right?
Right.
That was his
but all the
job,
controversy
right?
because Tripper got online and like blasted out for Bray. Like, he was saying the nigga used to do cartwheels for the Nuggets and all kind of wild shit. He was going wild.
Wow.
But,
I'll never bring up my cartwheel game.
But Tripper was trying to say the whole point of why he was trying to say what he was saying was it wasn't the actual contract. He was saying that it was the fact that Andre lied on the show. He was saying that he bought his own ticket. He said that his mom got him a buddy pass and all kind of shit. He was like, "Don't tell people that you was taking care of me when you weren't," and that was the whole argument. But
So maybe embellished a little bit.
I don't know. But Facebook said all these niggas lying. So let's go on to the next conversation.
Let's see. Out the cage with
Mo Ford.
with Mo. Yeah, damn. Why am I?
That was
I'm
dope,
getting
man.
old.
It's always dope to see. He pretty much came on the show talking about mentoring and sports and just helping the youth in the urban community. It's always dope to see young brothers doing shit like that.
Yeah.
We need more of that for real.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, real shit.
And he always hates when I put him on the spot. And I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, because we ain't gonna I'm like editing it out again. 50th episode, we keep it real. We cut bad shit off that episode. We intro bro like 5 times because Davey kept blasting them every time we
They
did
didn't
it.
use none of that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, mess with him, man. He's a real outstanding.
Let's talk about that, man. Let's talk about
community.
let's talk about the behind the scenes of Life's a Dope, man. How it just goes down over here, man.
Man, we just show up. I'm usually late.
Late with a handle of liquor.
Yeah, I usually got the alcohol on deck. Not anymore because I'm
Sober now.
I'm sober.
Be sober today.
For now, we'll see.
Yeah, man.
For a little bit longer.
It's my birthday
Halloween
month.
coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, we bartending on Tuesday. You ain't sober. Nigga.
Oh, y'all come.
I'm gonna definitely be sober. I can't be drunk on no Tuesday, man.
Yeah, going up on the Tuesday. But no, we just really have people come through, man. We kick it vibe like we do just at the crib or something. We have conversation. They give you your side, their side of the story, the industry, whatever. On the flip side, a lot of people have been hitting us up about getting on the show, and I just want to clear up right now. Like,
Yeah, how do
It's-
people get on the show?
it's
$500.
a bag. Nah, I don't be wanting people to feel like we just intentionally not fucking with you. Because I get a lot of that hostility sometimes. Like, oh, well, you ain't getting me on the show because of this and that. And it ain't even that. Like, real talk, we be booked out. And it's not even really a set process of how we book people. It's kind of just what you got going on right now. If you want something to promo, if we feel like you might be a good look and you feel like you got something to push, then if it fits the vibe of the show, let's do it. But, like, if you just Joe Schmo that just dropped a song yesterday, like, we can't just put you on the air if you ain't got shit to talk about, man. So please keep that in mind when y'all hit me up. But I see y'all. And it's all love.
Ooh, the Health is Wealth episode with Rico.
Health is wealth. What episode was that?
That's episode 18.
Episode 18, my man Rico P, the physical trainer, he came in and we was talking about shit you can and can't eat. Get right.
Talking about
Rico dropped that knowledge.
trainers smashing clients.
Yeah.
That happened.
He wasn't. Let's clear it up. Rico wasn't. He wasn't or has not.
Rico don't cheat.
He was talking about situations.
But again, that happens.
He was just talking about situations where he's known people to prey on their clients like that.
My man DJ 5280 said Rico don't cheat. Which segues, hashtag black men don't cheat.
Yeah, we don't.
Not touching it.
So
Speaking of black
let's
men,
do it. So Davey says hashtag black men don't cheat.
Speaking of black men not cheating,
Stirred away from
don't.
that real quick.
we have the episode with Tierra.
Yeah, Tierra Brown. What you?
That was interesting.
It was very interesting. She Tierra Brown. What episode was that? So people could take notes.
Wait. Let me
I think that's
the
what-
Hammer.
The
Episode 43.
Episode
Football
43.
team?
Yeah. So
She
she
wanna
plays
play
for the
football?
Legends. a formerly Lingerie Football League, but it's a Legends Football League.
She's so tiny and just so.
Y'all probably seen her on TMZ knocking this
Bro,
shit
they
out
be
of them.
balling.
Yeah.
Nigga.
Yeah.
This is not just no. It's gonna take you 5 minutes to forget about they even got on lingerie.
Yeah, 'cause
be out
it's
there
real
balling.
football.
Yeah.
It's real football. So she came through and she talked about that, and then she talked about her hatred for men.
Yo, we be on Twitter just going at it like.
I hate men so
like
much. I
every-
want to play the game.
Man,
Like, damn.
Hold on,
Like
Cam,
every time
be
I see your
cool,
tweets, I'm
Cam.
like, all right, it's time to argue.
yeah, she was going in, man. Yeah, we're gonna leave it at that.
But
Check it out.
But that video was crazy of her tackling that chick, like, cause she's, if y'all see her in person, she's 5'2",
She's mad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
she's
was
small as shit.
maybe like 97 pounds.
and that video went viral. It was like on TMZ and everything.
And she totally just laid out this chick that was 5'7".
Yeah, man.
That was a good hit too, square and everything. Like from
She
football
knocked
fan
herself
side,
out. She
like,
knocked
damn,
herself a
all
little
right.
bit too, but she put the hit on there.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of football, we had Nathan Palmer.
Oh.
Former Denver Bronco.
Ooh,
Nathan
Palmer.
Palmer. My man.
That
Nate
might be
Palmer.
my favorite. That was dope.
Yeah, Nate Palmer was dope, man. He gave us game about how, you know, the NBA or the NFL ain't gonna feed you for life. Because once you out of there, you out of there.
Episode 34, Free Spirits Only.
Yeah, man. He was just talking about you better have a backup plan.
Really?
Yeah,
So, all right, so hold on, since we talking about that. So,
Yeah.
it's me and a couple homies who've been having this long discussion about if certain NFL players are still getting paid now that they out of the league. Didn't have, started off a good career, didn't have the best career, lasted a few years, and it's done.
Got some bread.
Are they, no, that's the whole thing. Are they still getting some bread?
Like, for instance, who?
I mean, they do have like what, an NFL pension. So
That's what-
So for those who've been in there,
But
for a certain-
what are the stipulations of the pension?
I don't know what it's.
I think he said it in that episode.
Yeah,
So
he
like,
did.
yeah, like 3 years and some games.
It's only
or some
3
shit like
years?
that. Yeah.
I think it's longer than that. I think it might be.
How much bread, though?
No, he said something
He
about
said it, though,
guaranteed
man.
3 years or something.
Because I think 3 years is the lifespan of an NFL. Is like the average NFL
Right.
career.
That's
Niggas
what
ain't
It's
playing
3 years.
forever. Nah.
Yeah, so most NFL players play for about 3 years, so they're not getting that pension.
Yeah, so I mean, because we all know, like we be kicking it with former players all the time.
Right,
You
right,
just-
right, right.
You just wonder.
Just
I don't even know
I'm-
if that's a flex, if you, depending on which players you're talking about.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
it's just, yeah.
So yeah, everybody out there that you know, the kids or whatever that have aspiring NFL dreams.
Hey,
just
hey,
know.
hey, parents, listen.
Tell
I'm gonna tell y'all something right now.
Tell them.
Talk to him.
It's two sports you should have your kids play:
Baseball,
baseball and basketball.
Yeah.
That's it.
football, you just
Football
making
is
your kid dumb for no reason,
soccer.
Real
They
talk.
don't make no money.
and they might get.
Well, they make money, but
might get
Nah,
100,000.
Yeah,
They might, nigga.
it's an interesting conversation because my stepson
get a concussion
he
first.
broke his arm first game of the season playing
man.
Pee Wee football. No, I'm glad y'all said that. And it's like, damn, you know what I mean? Like it's really football teaches you a lot of core values in life, but at the end of the day, like the results of playing football for years, whether it be high school, college, pro,
whatever.
you know, it is the cons kind of outweigh the pros unless you're really one of them Von Millers or somebody making millions of dollars. Because we all know cats out here
This shit
with
ain't shit.
brain problems, all kind of shit, man. So if you're not really getting money or you don't really have passion for the game, like Napalm said, you might want to have a
You
backup.
might want to have a backup.
But I think there is a lot of options out there. Because growing up, we felt like we had to play football. You know what I
And
mean?
that's
In
what I
certain
feel
areas. But nowadays, there's so many other things that you can put kids in.
Very.
Like, not knocking football at all. Shouts to coaches and all that. But there's so many other things.
Parents, put your kids in
Okay, no side
baseball.
of it is
Let your
scary.
boys play baseball. They gonna get
It's sports,
$400 million for swinging a bat.
You can play baseball until you're like 40 years old, man.
For swinging a
good
bat,
money,
for
too.
swinging a bat 8
Just
times
standing
a
in the
game.
outfield.
All that shit got
It all
risky.
has
You get hit
risk,
for
man,
baseball
but-
like nothing.
Yeah,
It all has risk.
It all
But if your
has
kids is in
risk.
sports,
Everything got
There's
risky.
But it
risk
seems like
in
the risk in
everything.
baseball is a lot lower than the risk in football. Y'all seen that nigga
You
the
know
other
how
night
many
in
games
the
you gotta
Green
play
Bay
on
Bears
base?
game? He got
Absolutely.
slapped, nigga.
Yeah.
I mean, man, that shit. That is game changer to your life.
Have y'all ever
bro.
put y'all kids in baseball before?
Oh yeah, my son
played
played.
baseball.
You know
My
how
son
many games
played.
they be fucking
Nigga, I
playing?
don't got no kids.
I know. I'm just all invested in the conversation. Like, no, how much it costs?
I don't even care
No, my
how
son
much it
played.
costs. I don't even want to know.
But nigga, I
First
played
of all, what's
100
happening,
First of all, how's
I
that
played
work?
180 baseball games.
Do you even have kids, Jay Julius? You ain't
asking for a friend. Asking for a friend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, but I think that's real though. Like, if your kid has a passion for sports, figure out what they're good at, what they want to pursue, but just know the risk. But there's all kind of other shit. Like, now that I'm a parent, I've been figuring that out, man. Like, my kids love sports, but it's like I put my son in coding class. Like, they got like Apple Camp. You know what I mean? Like, this is stuff you can use for life,
Forever.
Like, they really like that type shit. So don't feel pressure to put your kid in football just because that's what we was supposed to do.
I just learned about coding because I was just always like in chat rooms as a kid. So I was like, okay.
That's what's trippy. You don't even realize you kind of know how to do that shit already. Like, if you came up in the Black Planet MySpace era,
I was about to say,
when you was changing your background and adding music and all that shit,
Like
that's
HTML.
like basic coding. You know what I mean? And like, now these kids, they
crazy.
they
That's
play these
insane.
games that they don't. It's programming them to do that shit. They don't even realize it when they playing like Minecraft and all that. They coding.
That's crazy.
So that's the future right there.
Huh.
Positive message.
Ooh, episode 25, Work Hard, Dream Big with Delroy Gill.
Yeah, so our man Delroy Gill came in. He talked about real estate, owning property, flipping houses, and just how to get your money up. Pretty much, I think that's a really important topic in the urban community.
Finance.
Yeah, man, we got to learn how to invest that dollar. For real.
Definitely.
I'm looking.
Since I just said that, can I keep it real?
Go ahead.
People listening, why do y'all give so much feedback on the shit y'all don't like? But then there's the episodes like the Delroy Gill episode where he really dropped jewels about how to get your money up.
Anybody say that?
It was like really game right there. Like he was telling you how to get your bread up, how to invest, how to get you houses. But y'all still want to talk about fucking Terry Logano. Like, come on, man. That's what's wrong with us, y'all. Like, let's key in on this positive shit and soak up this game and stop just worrying about gossip and all that.
You just
weird
want to be
shit.
negative sometimes, man, to be honest.
Yeah, I get that. Everybody got to be ratchet sometimes. But let's not
Ratchet
put
for no
emphasis.
reason. What episode was that?
Yeah, that was Cool Quay. Shout out to Cool Quay. Ratchet for no reason.
Simple plug.
You can't focus on all the negative shit all the time.
Right.
Cats really be giving y'all a game when y'all just listen.
Real deal.
Oh yeah, shout out to Jizzle for coming through.
Yeah, I think
that was a
Episode
dope one.
15,
Yeah,
7
that was a
Days in
dope
Denver.
one.
episode. Shout out to Jizzle. I think that was one of them sleepers. People
Yeah.
had to research who Jizzle was.
Yeah, they didn't really know she was.
Yeah, she wrote for damn near anybody that you listen to, like real talk. And she's Diddy's artist. I seen her in.
I was watching
the Def Jam 25. Yeah, I was like, hey, there goes Jizzle right there. That shit was a proud moment. Like, nigga, that was cool. But she came through, chopped it up. Shout out to her. Shout out to Scotty ATL.
Yes,
Lizzie Brody.
Lizzie Brody. Man, we low key had some good ass shows, man. Yeah. So if you new to this show, man, go please catch up because season whatever we want to call it.
Y'all,
what
y'all gonna do? 50 episodes a season?
Yeah, let's talk about the future real quick.
50 a season?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Dang work.
So we got some things moving, man. Like, we've been listening to y'all. We've been taking some advice. And the production's about to step up. We about to level up on you motherfuckers. But what we need y'all to do is share these episodes, man. Get people to subscribe, listen to it. Because it don't matter who we got on here if nobody hearing it. Word.
Even though people are hearing it.
A lot of people hearing it.
But still.
On that iHeart, on that iTunes.
Yeah, we trying to go from 100,000 to 1 million, so help us out.
Like, real quick, man. Please, let's do that. Because we filling the gap whether y'all know it or not. But I think y'all know it. Because we are award-winning social influencers of the year.
Ooh, award-winning social influencers
The award-winning
of
podcast.
the year.
Man.
And if there's any sort of guests or stories that you want us to cover, just let Graffiti know.
Don't bother me.
Don't hit me up. I'm just gonna point you back to Graffiti.
Yeah. Don't hit me up either.
I'll find you.
They already know to ask me because I'm gonna be like, okay, all right, come through Sunday.
Well, I
Straight
just
up,
want
man,
to
but-
say straight up before we go, congratulations to you fellas.
Man, we appreciate
Hey.
it. Man.
Likewise.
You know, I done seen this thing from the start.
Right.
And y'all doing your thing, man. I'm proud of you boys.
Let's clap it up for us.
Hey,
I don't know, man,
Definitely.
but it's 50th episode. We just wanted to chop it with y'all, kick it. We ain't really had shit to talk about.
Not nothing.
sorry to everybody that we offended. We know we offend somebody every week.
My bad. I know I did. My bad.
It's all good, though, man. I don't know how long this episode is, but appreciate
It
you
was
for
50
listening.
minutes, so I'm going to hijack the rest of the episode because I make this motherfucking show. Boy, Jay, yeah, we in this bitch. I'm
This nigga
behind the
dropped the
scenes. I dropped everything. Taking this shit over. Life is dope. And we out.
The session uncut, bitch.
Check out Sessions Uncut too.
Hi,
Hi.
episode podcast, man. We out.
Nigga just David Ruffin over.
I'm still looking at the camera like I ain't did nothing.